The Amazing Spider-Man issue 43 sees Gog take the lifeline tablet, blasting off from his homeworld and returning to Earth, hiding all of the pieces before hiding himself in the sewers. In the present, Spider-Man and Boomerang are confronted by the giant Gog as they find the final lifeline piece. Freddy tells Peter to run, blasting off with his rocket boots, dodging Gog's stomps. Peter tries to stop him, but Freddy smashes up through a manhole, and soon, Gog gives chase, ripping up the entire street and endangering the innocent people who live above. Spider-Man races into action, saving people from falling debris and crashing cars, knowing this is all his fault and no one else is going to save these people. Suddenly, Wilson Fisk and his men arrive, offering to help. Peter is suspicious about the response time of Kingpin's men, but Wilson says the city is his responsibility, wanting to show him just how well prepared he is. The choppers soon open fire on the heroes and the scared Gog. Peter knows he can't let this happen since although Gog is just a giant monster, it's his giant monster. Peter webs Fisk's mouth closed, webbing up the firing choppers and pulling them down, forcing the men inside to bail from them as he yanks them into the tanks below, blowing them all up. Spider-Man tells Wilson to back off since Gog is only confused as the monster smashes Peter away, intent on crushing him, but Boomerang returns, throwing one of his boomerangs over the creature's head. Gog remembers how his former master used to throw one for him to catch, so Gog thinks the boomerang wants to play, chasing after the boomerang, catching it and returning it to Freddy. Peter gets an idea from this, getting Freddy to throw a sleeperang into a nearby truck, knowing that the Pym particles inside the creature will allow it to shrink and fit into the van in order to get the boomerang. Freddy throws the weapon into the van and the plan works, with Gog shrinking and catching the boomerang, which puts him to sleep. Peter can't believe the plan actually worked, as Freddy wonders if they can keep him as a pet. Peter knows they can't, but Freddy knows that if they leave him, Fisk's soldiers will take him and probably kill him. Peter knows that he's fought impossible odds, coming back from the dead and faced true adversity, but this is something he never thought he would allow to happen. Back at the apartment, Freddy introduces the little Gog to Robbie. Thanks to an inhibiting collar, Gog won't be able to use the Pym particles inside him again, meaning he will stay at a safe size. Freddy is impressed that Peter came through for Spider-Man, who was skeptical the man would be up for the challenge. Robbie finds the creature cute as it bites his finger, making Freddy wonder if it's hungry. As Gog falls asleep, Peter knows that he's got a responsibility complex, and this is one responsibility he has tried his entire life to avoid. But seeing Gog now, he can't help but feel they both know what it's like to lose everything, and are both trying to do what's right in the face of those tragedies, and hoping to find others to care for as they move on. The Amazing Spider-Man issue 43 was a really heartwarming ending to the Gog storyline that actually had some big changes come Peter's way. It's kind of fascinating that it's taken him so long to get a pet, and at least to my little knowledge on Spider-Man history, he's never really had one, and I love the fact that it's addressed by Peter as the one responsibility he's trying to run from. There's going to be lots of fun seeing Gog more since it's a character I've kind of fallen in love with over this last arc, but I'm kind of fearful for them as well since obviously we've got like the big Kindred stories coming up and they're targeting people around Peter, and Gog is just another person around Peter now, so very fearful but intrigued to see what will happen. I'm going to give this issue a 10 out of 10.